This is Trade Talk today, and we are at day 2 of the Exponential, and the show is about showcasing the program highlights as well as special events, and we bring you the people behind the products. And we have with me 2 wonderful guests. One is Michael Robbins, the president and CEO of AUVSI, one who spearheaded the Exponential to be here in Europe, as well as Peter Lietz from Hirth Engines. I am looking forward to speaking to my guests. Let's get the show on the road.
Welcome to Trade Talk Today, your daily insight. This show is brought to you by
Hirth Engines.
And with me is Michael Robbins. Thank you so much for taking the time and being here with me today.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Michael, before we start, just to kind of get the energy up and get some people to know you, we're going to do some rapid fire questions. So I'm going to give you 10 questions. There are 2 options, and you just choose the one that's closest to you.
Okay.
Right? Let's get started. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Very good. Morning espresso or fruit juice?
Morning espresso.
Multitasking or single focus?
Multitasking.
Bavarian pretzels or Black Forest cake?
I don't know.
We'll go into that.
Pretzel sounds good. I don't know.
Scheduled or spontaneous?
Scheduled.
Very good. Multi-rotor or single-rotor drones?
Multi-rotor.
Very nice. Remote work or office work?
Office work.
Taking risks or playing it safe?
Both.
Weekend getaway, would that be a mountain cabin somewhere or a beach retreat?
Beach.
Very nice. Digital books or physical books?
Physical books.
And your superpower, if you had one, would you choose invisibility or the ability to fly?
Fly.
Very good. You mentioned the fact that taking risk and playing it safe, you do both. Give us a little bit of a focus.
Sure.
When do you do which one?
Yeah. It depends on the situation. I mean, there are times in business where it makes sense to lean forward and to take risk. Often you can't grow without taking some sort of risk, but also there are certain fundamental things where you just play it safe. So particularly around issues like personnel and making sure you have the right team in place. That's not something you maybe take a risk on. And finances, there are times to take a bet and to lean forward and risk, but there are other times looking at, business intelligence, relying on a lot of data to make informed decisions.
Very good.
Managing risk is really what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And when you want to get away from it all, what favorite beaches are there for you to kind of escape and just be by yourself or with your family?
Yeah, any beach I love. I think my favorite beach is in the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and but we go down to North Carolina, to the Outer Banks a lot. I love Hawaii. Any beach is lovely.
Perfect, Michael. Let's go into the topic of the day. You were one of the people who spearheaded the Exponential to be here in Europe, and evangelizing obviously what the drone industry needs to kind of be healthy and to grow. The AUVSI and Mr. Düsseldorf kind of have joined forces, and this is the first time that you're presenting here in Europe. How was that experience for you, and how does it support the industry?
Yeah, so day one was delightful. Like, it truly exceeded all of our expectations. The team here at Mr. Düsseldorf, working with AUVSI, all expectations were surpassed.
Wow.
More people, more exhibitors, and just tremendous excitement on the show floor and in the conference programming. So we're feeling really excited about day 2 because day 1 was just so fantastic. But Exponential has been a long-running event in the United States, and it's sort of known as the event for the autonomy industry. It's where decision makers, engineers, founders, employees, sales, as well as government, all sort of come together and focus on opportunities and challenges, and how can we work together and solve those problems, as well as opportunities to meet each other, make sales, conduct business. It's really the event. And we get in the United States around, nearly 10,000 people year over year. And we thought, working with Messe Düsseldorf, what a perfect opportunity to bring that same kind of conversation and that same sort of environment and community here to Europe, where the same sort of challenges, but also opportunities exist. So we're really happy with how day one went.
Very good.
Excited to build on that for many years to come.
Very good. Yes, I think it's the long game, right?
That's
That you
right.
need to be involved here. What are some of the top challenges that the autonomous technology at the Exponential or aims to address, and how can you in your organization support these efforts?
Sure, absolutely. So one of the biggest challenges is the technology is moving much faster than the pace of regulations. So what we often need are enabling regulations to allow autonomous operations, whether it's in the air, the maritime domain, or on the ground, to actually operate. So at AUVSI, we're an advocacy organization. So we spend a lot of time advocating for those enabling regulations. Here in Europe, we do that through partnerships with organizations like UAV-DOC, which is also involved with Exponential Europe, with the European Drone Forum, to again bring stakeholders together to talk about those issues, to advocate for more common sense policies that allow the innovation to truly meet its full potential.
Are there some examples where the collaboration, and maybe looking at the day yesterday, where that has kind of proven fruitful for you? Is an example maybe that you can share?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, for example, yesterday morning, I was able to host a talk with both the AUVSI as well as some folks from the United States, and have a conversation both backstage before we got started, and then during the actual panel, and then afterwards, about some of the challenges that we're hearing from industry, and how maybe we could work with the AUVSI to sort of overcome some of those challenges, particularly related to the certification of aircraft, and then getting into the operational space. So just having the opportunity to engage on a one-on-one basis or in a small group and bringing very tangible examples from industry is very, very useful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much for being here. We look
Thanks so
forward
much for
to
having
in the coming years.
Yes,
So
yes,
I think
absolutely.
there's still lots of work to be done.
Thank you to you and to the entire Messi Düsseldorf team. This is really a class act. It's really well done.
Perfect. Thank you. And hopefully see you soon.
I look
Thank
forward to
you.
it. Thank you.
So there you have it. We also took a look at Hall 1, specifically on day 1, and there were tons of things to see. Airbus is visible. Obviously, our next guest at Hirth Engines. We took a look. The halls are full. There are tons of drones, robotics, virtual reality, lots of products to see, happy people. Let's take a look. So there you saw some of the impressions of Hall 1, and you might have also seen that we were at Hirth Engines and took some images and some video of the engine that we saw here. And don't be surprised, we also have part of that here on the table, and we'll address it just now. So first of all, Peter, thank you for being here and being part of Trade Talk today.
Good morning. It's a pleasure for me too.
Very good. Peter, we're going to go with some rapid fire questions to start, just to kind of get the energy up, let the people get to know you, who you are, how you tick. And so I'm going to give you 2 options, 10 questions, and you just choose the one that's kind of closer to you, which is fitting. Okay. So first rapid fire question, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl. Manual or autonomous flight?
Manual.
Drones, for delivery or for photography?
I think both is a good business.
Scheduled or spontaneous?
Spontaneous always.
Multi-rotor or single-rotor drones?
Single rotor.
Collaboration or competition?
Competition makes more fun.
Taking risks or playing it safe?
Taking risks, same like before.
Digital books or physical books?
At home, physical, during travel, digital. It's lighter.
Good. And your weekend getaway, either a city trip or a spa?
City trip.
And if you had a superpower, would that be invisibility or the ability to fly? What would you choose?
Fly.
The ability to fly. Thank you. You mentioned you mentioned single rotor drones, right? Why single rotor?
Single rotor needs more combustion engine. That's the reason why we are here. Multi-rotor very often need electrical engines, and they not need our engine. So single
Very
rotor
good.
makes more
Okay,
sense for
that
us.
is your life, so to say, right? You mentioned city trip and your weekend getaway. So for you, what are some of the most exciting cities where you like to spend some time?
Just last week, Bangalore, for example,
Bangalore.
from India,
Yeah.
also cities in South America, for example, is very interesting. Asia brings a lot of patience and a lot of interesting spots to get new impressions, new feelings, new tastes, new smells. I
Very
think
good.
this is a kind of education.
I think that's very fitting to Bangalore, as you mentioned it as well. Let's go into a little bit of the business. I asked you to bring a small souvenir, and thank you for listening and taking that seriously. But let's quickly talk about the engine that we have here, and what does it have to do with the DNA? I think Hirth Engines is almost celebrating 100 years, right?
That's correct. We got founded back in 1928 by Helmut Hirth. And over this time, we make a lot of transformations and adaptations to the newest world. And one of the newest world and requirements is efficient engines like we have here.
What am I looking at here?
We're looking here at the 4204, which is an evolution step of an existing family, which is widely used in different applications. And this, especially on this engine, is a heavy fuel engine, so it can run on jet fuel, which is very important for maritime applications, as well as for certain military operation in the focus of this called single fuel use. So the idea is to refuel your tank, your helicopter, and your UAV with the same type of fuel.
Right.
And we are the first one in this power class which offers an engine like this. And this is quite unique, and we are quite proud of this.
Very, very good. The company's also historically gone through some changes. If I just look at the logo that I see today, this is very different from the logo when you started business back in the 1920s, 1928.
That's correct. We're starting with a kind of, let's say, yin-yang logo, I would say,
Yeah.
which combines the passion and the aviation and the technique and technology, which changed over to a logo, typical 70s, 80s style, a little bit old-fashioned, would say now. And now, back in 2018, we make a new, refreshed, innovative logo.
Oh, very good. How are you adapting to the changing landscape when it comes to UAVs and specifically propulsion?
It's quite easy. We are starting now nearly 30 years ago with the first UAV back at the Iraq Ranger with a wooden wing with very conventional systems. And we developed with the UAV together also our technology on the engine side with new adaptations, with new components. So we try to grow with our customers to always feed them with the best option for their applications.
How are you shaping the technology for the future? So maybe paint us a picture what the future looks like. Yeah.
Let's say the future, especially on combustion engine with a kind of little negative touch, I would say,
Okay.
need to be refreshed. And for the aviation applications, I think gasoline is still the best option
Right.
when you want to have endurance and reliability. And that's the reason why we are focusing currently on sustainable fuel, also with hydrogen applications, because we think this works for the aviation as best.
Perfect. You've been now here at the expo day one. What are you here? What are your expectations? What are you trying to communicate? And what has the feedback and the resonance been like yesterday on day one?
Frankly speaking, my expectation was really zero. Because the first show, always when you be on the first show, there can be a disaster, and
Yeah.
just talk with the other exhibitors.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, all of my partners, competitors mentioned out impressive show. Yeah, no one expects such good audience, a good
Brilliant.
setup. It's not
Brilliant.
the biggest one, yeah, but it's quite a great show, and I hope it will grow. And I hope we will also support the European UAV market, because this market is growing.
Very good. Very good. How do you see the future for yourself, let's say in the next 5 years? Maybe that's like the closing question. No. Tough.
Yeah.
Explain.
The reason is there is a certain change currently in the UAV setup from the configuration. We have to adapt our engines as well to offering hybrid solution or range extender solutions that we still can use our old-fashioned combustion engines, but which still is reliable, powerful, and the demand what we need for the future as well.
Perfect. Peter, I wish you all success. Thank you for being here. We still have 2 days to go. I wish you success today, and hopefully see you again sometime in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks so much. And there you have it. Now we go to our service section. Don't forget that the Awards Expo is at 15:55 today in Hall 1. Bring your dancing shoes. There is the after work party at 1800 today where retail meets autonomy. And at 18:15, there's going to be a drone show just outside Hall 10 and 16. And we're going to be filming and obviously presenting you some of those pictures as well tomorrow. Talking about tomorrow, don't forget that there are daily keynotes between 9 and 10, open to everyone at the Congress Center. And a little teaser about tomorrow, we'll be having Airbus here. Oleg Poulsen will be here as our guest, as well as Malte Seifert, the director of the Exponential, giving us his thoughts on the premiere of Exponential. See you then. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
This show was brought to you by
Hirth Engines.